Ah, so our second episode of Fleetswake, we're going to look at our second year champion, Black Viper. I will do her first free play. As per the usual, we'll use all the core champions. Throw a quick familiar down there on her. Okay, so coming into this mission, we've got a 379% gold find from our previous level. From our blessings, we're looking at double damage and +1 gems from bosses. I'm pretty sure that is it. Yes. So double damage and then the extra gem from bosses. And from achievements, I'm getting a 200% bonus for damage there. And then for equipment, we've got, for the most part, low to medium level gear for everybody. Yeah, so with that said, as per the usual, get a bit of gold, go over some specializations, and then we'll smash a boss. Okay, so I went a little over halfway again. Actually, it's always the same two to talk about every time, you know? Big surprise. These are getting repetitive. Oh! Oh, she's out. Perfect. Alright, so again, like last time, I don't know how the formation's going to get built, so I'm just going to go with Brenner's static upgrade. Just the regular, I think 100% bonus to his Battle Master. Yeah, so Celeste, I don't know what I want to do with her. I don't know what I want to do. But we're going to go like this. I think I'm going to go with increased damage, because I like that. If you have to hit it harder. And then there we go. I'm going to put her there. And I'm going to have those two go like that. And then Calliope is going to come up here so she can reach the two of them with her temporary health bonus. Damage in the primary row. Naeli, damage in the primary row. Celeste, damage everybody around her, so 2 people in the primary row. Her healing is lost, but hopefully Calliope's temporary health will make up for said loss of healing ability. And then Nashara's just hanging out until I pick what I want to do with her. I think I'm going to go with elves and dwarves on this one, but I will wait until level 49 and we will see what happens. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so start a lot of clips on that. I might try not to. Maybe. Alright, back to it. So I'm hanging out here. I have sat for a little bit, getting a bit of gold, mostly because I wanted Delina to come in. Yeah, very good. So, what I'm gonna do here, and I don't often even use her, so we'll see how this goes. So in the last formation, I think I used Minsk as my primary damager to try and beat the boss. It was a late game switch. So this time, I'm gonna go into it with elves. Elves and dwarves. First we'll go over some specs though. Naeli, we're going to go bonus damage. She applies that to my primary row, these 3 fellas here. Jarlaxle. Because he can kill he only hits the boss 1 time, I'm going to go with Master of Piracy. That'll help me for later on missions or levels. Calliope, go with bonus damage as per the usual, buffing that primary row. She's also got her temporary health for the 2 up front there. And so for Ashara's Bond, because I want to use elves and dwarves, we'll pick that. Level her up. Excellent. Okay, now we want Delina to go in the place of Minsk. And now, so I have my 2 primary damagers, Delina. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Delina and Jarlaxle. And they are being buffed by everybody, except for Minsk, because he currently has no buffs, as he is only level 1. Okay, I think... Okay, I would like to get that for 2.5 trillion. I don't know that I have time. No. So here we go. We're going to wipe the screen right away. We want to get rid of those tentacles as soon as possible. Get rid of all the peons that are coming out. Increase Ashara's damage. Very nice. So she's doing enough. Yeah, her multiple arrows or bolts will be very good, especially with... I'm going to keep these guys out for the boss. I know it's loud. I apologize for that. I don't really like it. You know what? Let's get rid of it. But I'm going to be clicking anyways, so... It sort of doesn't matter. Let's use the rest of these ultimates here. Forgot about these. Burf. Stun everybody. Burf. Alright, push back. Oh, don't... I knew I should have waited for him to die. Throw Calliope in there. Oh, he's halfway dead. Here we go. Runner, jump in. Yeah, he would. So these guys, these vampiric tentacles are the problem. Otherwise, it's fairly easy. It's just a matter of hanging out for a bit. But these guys make life tricky. So... I may have made some poor choices. Man, they just show up so fast. There's a lot of guys, and they're coming up real often. As long as there's no vampire tentacles, the life is good. Okay, that's a good set, though. I like that. Aggravating, but... Again, if you don't have any vampire tentacles, it's just a matter of tanking it until Jarlaxle can poke enough, right? He refills his health. I mean, in the last mission, I don't think I showed the whole thing. But I ended up having to kill him essentially 2.5 times? I think? Real aggravating, though. Oof. Oh, and there's so many vampiric ones. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm just gonna warp to either the end of this fight or back to level 49. We'll see how it goes. Okay. So, hey look, I said I wasn't going to do that, and I did it right the next time. One day I'll figure it out. Really quick though, so that worked. Hooray? Hooray. That's the word I'm looking for. I did, however, switch Delina and Ashara. It didn't do much of a boost in terms of overall damage, but Ashara's multiple bolts there definitely helped me catch up and get ahead in terms of getting the damage dealt and cleaning up the regular guys. So... So I would suggest then, from this experience, assuming it's one of your first couple of runs, you won't have enough gold to get to the last three guys, Makos, Tyrell, and Archon, the three Tiefling, Firbolg, and Dragonborn, to trigger her other bond. So I think for a mission like this, your best option might be, at least in this formation, I would say go with humans for your bond. Have Hitch instead of Delina. Give me gold. Let me have him here too, please. Get bird, you son of a gun. Yeah, so then you would have Makos, because he definitely, or Tyrell, sorry, words. I know how to make them. Minsk, with the human bond, of course, as a primary damager, is better than Jarlaxle for that boss specifically. One of those kinds of bosses, anyways. And then I would suggest, again, having Ashara in this row. Then you have the two of them buffed. She deals damage to multiple characters at a time, and he can keep the enemies from building up at the front. And so together, the two of them doing damage will make it reasonably easy to get through the boss. It sort of depends on what tentacles pop up for her as well. The vampiric ones, 100% are your only problem. Using Calliope's temporary shield plus the ultimates with more than enough health for everybody. So, I think that about does it, right? So we'll go, and then come back here real fast. Turn that off. Okay, so I've got 3 rows occupied. My center row is the one where damage is coming out of. We've got Ashara bonded with, for the sake of this mission, I went with elves and dwarves, but I would recommend using humans. And this is how I actually did it. So let's talk about it this way, because this is how I did it. Ashara bonded with elves and dwarves, so we've got Jarlaxle as our primary damager. I was using Delina initially, and I probably should have made this switch, just for being able to hit multiple enemies at a time, which is what you need in a mission like this. Delina is not high enough for upgrades. Brunner, I picked his constant bonus as opposed to the stacking bonus. I wasn't sure where he'd get placed, so it's safer that way. Naeli and Calliope both buffing that row. I've got Celeste buffing the primary damagers, Ashara and Delina. Minsk is just hanging out. And then, depending on who you pick for your bond... Oh no, Jarlaxle... Sorry, what? Now I'm going... Heads in too many places. Jarlaxle I picked, I think, his gold find bonus. So, this is how I beat it. This is how I went into it. But... Come on now. This, with Ashara bonded with humans, is what I would recommend. Alright, so with that, I mean, I beat it, so I'm going to call it here. And I will see you for... Loading. For Zorbu's unlock. And we'll see what formation he's going to offer us. Alright, until then, see you next time.